Hi, good morning, Commissioners. My name is Caroline Hill, and I am from the Administration Office. And I am here to announce that the 2015 Small Grants Program has opened, and we're accepting applications. This year, the application period goes from July 1st through August 17th, 5 p.m. The applications, this year we're trying the online application, so people just need to go to our Clackamas County Small Grants website and hit on the apply button, and then you can fill out all the information there. An exciting thing about this 7th year of the Small Grants Program is that the Budget Committee has worked very hard and has added an additional $50,000 to the program, bringing the total to $250,000.
Yay!
So that's very exciting. This will be able to go a long way in Clackamas County, assisting the most vulnerable residents of the county. And today we do have a video. It is of Sycamore Lane Therapeutic Riding Center. They are one of the small grants recipients from last year. They work with veterans who are troubled and with horses and different activities that help them deal through their issues. So why don't we go ahead and start the video and take a look.
Sycamore Lane is more than a picturesque slice of Clackamas County. It's also a premier equine therapeutic riding center.
It's amazing. It improves mood, affect, physical ability, social interaction. There's so many benefits that come with equine therapy. It's hard to, categorize them all.
One of the newer programs at Sycamore Lane, and one funded in part by a Clackamas County Board of Commissioners small grant, provides equine therapy for veterans struggling with physical or emotional difficulties. A disabled Army veteran who was seriously wounded twice in Iraq, Eric Bramwell has had trouble holding jobs and reintegrating into civilian life.
Because of my disability, I struggle a lot with depression, anxiety. I've had 4 knee surgeries now, a traumatic brain injury. I lost about 55 guys in my unit. My best friend, he died from getting shot in the back 30 times by one of our guys. So for a long time, I didn't want to come out of my room. I didn't want to go anywhere. And so for me, my biggest issue is feeling like I belong again to society, feeling like I have a purpose again. And before coming out here, I didn't really have that. And this place has really given me a safe place to really kind of take foot in my life again and start moving forward to deal with all the stuff that I've been through. And there's just some sort of connection that happens when you're working with these horses.
The founder and executive director of the 80-acre facility, local surgeon Suzanne Cleland-Zamudio, grew up right here. Her family raised horses on the property. She established the center in part because her autistic son was not responding to traditional therapy. She and her husband invested their own money to build the facility.
We decided to cash in one of our retirement investments to build this facility. And that's never a small decision, but this is something we believe very strongly in, serving people with disabilities and serving veterans. And so for my family, this is like a dream come true.
The nonprofit facility opened in 2009, serving 6 autistic children. They now have up to 85 participants per week, with disabilities of all kinds. There's a beginning and intermediate curriculum for veterans, which involves much more than riding. Before they ever mount a horse, they go through a number of exercises that promote bonding and trust with the animal. That relationship can be more powerful in affecting PTSD than traditional forms of therapy.
One of my favorite times of the week is coming down here.
So really out here, the horses have become our therapists, and through working with a horse, they can develop confidence, they can relearn how to build a relationship with someone. Horses are great. They read our feelings and emotions and respond to them, but they don't judge like many people might feel a human is doing to them. So the veterans can interact with the horses, they can bond with the horses, they can teach the horse something, and through that maybe learn something about themselves.
Something very calming about being around an animal that has this much power and connecting with it, and it puts you at ease and it teaches you to keep control of yourself in a no matter what happens around you, because if you spook, then the horse is definitely going to, and you know, just keep it all, you know, nice, easy, even energy, and everything's just fine, just like the rest of life.
Sycamore Lane received a county small grant because their program reflects the effort of the Board of Commissioners to enhance services to all veterans here.
I expressed to Clackamas County that not only do we need money for wounded warriors who have exhausted their funding they can get, but I want to be able to serve all veterans, and that's not just horseback riding, that's counseling, that's group counseling, that's camaraderie. They come out here and they have a great time together, and it's great to see them feel embraced by not just the community, but a place they can go where they just feel safe and relaxed.
You know, I'm not on my own. I've got people that actually do care and they want to help me. You know, and this place, Sycamore Lane, has been huge, just stepping stone for a lot of vets, just to start getting out there and going, okay, you know what, I'm not useless. And if I can pass it along to any other veterans, you know, if we can use that money to get more veterans involved, to show them, hey, you know what, you can still have purpose in life. You know, just because you're disabled or something has happened to you, you know, it doesn't mean that your life is over.
Okay, well, this is but an example of the impact that small grants have had in the community. So do you have any questions about the program?
Yeah, I do, and I'd like to make a comment. And how much was the grant that we gave to this center?
It was $15,000.
And what's the maximum amount?
We limit at $15,000.
50?
15.
15, okay,
Yes.
good. I was out past this center this weekend, and it's beautiful. Holy cow. And there are other riding therapeutic centers around, but this one is really nice. And just speaking from experience of having horses growing up, and then my daughter had one, the nice thing about a horse or any pet, especially maybe for teenagers or preteens, it gets the focus off of themselves onto something else to take care of and care about. And that is monumental. And you can see that transition in these veterans. They're no longer thinking about themselves and their problems. Now they have an animal to take care of. They're not totally responsible for them because they know it's a place they can go and experience the peace. And of course, I'm just a nut over horses, what they can do for people. So I just love it, and I was very moved by this video, and I want to thank the team that put it together. Very nice, Garrett.
Thanks, Paul. No, it was nice. I was out at the same, just drove past that same place on the weekend. It is a gorgeous area, and it's a great video. I appreciate the staff doing a great job on putting that, assembling that, putting it together. It's a great story. And doing, you know, this is kind of an emotional time for a lot of us, realizing that the memorial wall thing will be in Milwaukee, and so there's a lot of thoughts about those who served and sacrificed quite a bit, and a very compelling story to lose so many of his comrades in the field overseas. So very touching.
Yes.
And I'd like to thank you for your work on the grant program since we started it. I think you do a great job, and Commissioner Smith for fighting for another $50,000, a program that I started or asked with the support of the commission to start 7 years ago. Yeah. It's hard to believe. Yeah. Because, you know, frankly, a lot of people come and ask us for money. We never really had a system. And, you know, this is a system where we can designate those dollars to the most vulnerable. And it's been very successful. And I always say that I'd love to see this get up to something like $1 million, so that, you know, we still have other people who ask us for big hunks of money. Yes. If we put all that in a pot, you know, it's probably $1 million. But we're working our way up there someday. And of course, we do, when people ask us for money, look at what they're going to use it for and make sure that's a benefit to all the citizens of Clackamas County. But this program and all the grant people who receive grants have taken great advantage of it. And we've had folks from Colton and all over the county, and we spread the dollars too. So thank you for your efforts.
You're welcome. Now, I think Mary's going to put up a slide with the information, contact information for our website, my phone number, in case anybody has any questions. It's 503-655-8855. 8261. They can also reach me by email at carolinehill@clackamas.us.